Hello and welcome to the Driving.ca weekly video news update. I'm Alex Reed and here's what's new in car news. First up is the 2021 Kia Sorento. The fourth generation of Kia's mid-sized three-row SUV debuts in North America with a redesigned, more angular grille flanked by standard LED headlights, reworked tail lamps with a split vertical arrangement, and interior upgrades including optional metal or open-pore wood inlays. Built on Hyundai Motor Group's modular N3 platform shared with the Sonata and the Santa Fe, the Sorento's wheelbase is increased by 35mm and according to Kia, also has improved driving dynamics, ride, handling, and interior noise levels. The platform's also seeing the two-row, 5-seat configuration, formerly available in the two base trims of the Sorento, dropped in favor of the 3 rows now being standard. The entry-level engine offered on the LX Plus and LX Premium trims is a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter 4-cylinder that produces 191 horsepower and 182 pound-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission and standard all-wheel drive. The upgraded engine is also a 4-cylinder, meaning that there is no V6 available from 2021 onward. Offered on the X-Line, EX, EX Plus, and SX trims, the 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-4 is paired with an 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission, a segment exclusive, and makes 281 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. Towing capacity has unfortunately been reduced to 3,500 kilograms. Canadians will have to wait until 2021 for the hybrid Sorento since Kia wants Canadians to have all-wheel drive. X-Line is a new trim for the Sorento and acts as the entry point for the turbocharged engine. It also includes 20-inch alloy wheels and second-row captain's chairs, both being offered on the Sorento for the first time. Technology upgrades include an available 12.3-inch fully digital gauge cluster and a 10.25-inch infotainment screen, up to 8 USB ports, and a standard suite of safety technologies including collision warning and avoidance assist and driver attention warning. The 2021 Kia Sorento is expected to go on sale later this year with pricing to be announced closer to launch. Next is the BMW M3 and M4. BMW have decided to go ahead with their M3 and M4 despite the obvious problems that it has. Mainly that face that even a mother can't love. Luckily, all you mother lovers will probably enjoy the powertrain a lot more than the freight train looks. The 3-liter inline-6 has 2 turbochargers, one feeds cylinders 1 to 3, the second cylinders 4 to 6, producing 473 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. Power is sent to the rear wheels via a 6-speed manual transmission. M3 and M4 competition models have 503 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. This time it's connected to an 8-speed M-Steptronic transmission, standard with the rear-wheel drive, but will be offered with X-Drive all-wheel drive next year. All this power means that the standard vehicle can hit 100 km an hour in just 4.2 seconds, while competition models do it in 3.9. The vehicle sports a 45mm longer wheelbase, 50-50 weight distribution, and a lower center of gravity thanks to its carbon fiber roof, all which should improve the handling greatly. 6-piston front calipers work with an M-specific version of BMW's integrated braking system, which can be adjusted between the comfort and sport modes. There is also the M-Race track package, which cuts the curb weight while adding M-carbon ceramic brakes, lighter alloy wheels, along with some seriously snazzy M-carbon bucket seats for the driver and front passenger. If that all wasn't enough, there's also M-Drive Professional, which works with M-Drift Analyzer to record your drifts and ranks them from 1 to 5 stars. The M3 and M4 competition will hit Canadian dealers next spring, starting at $84,300 for the M3 Core and $85,100 for the M4 Core. Competition versions add another $4,000. Up next is the Rivian R1T. If you want to compete in the modern truck segment, your pickup needs to be able to tow a lot of weight. To prove its upcoming offering is just as capable as anything coming out of the Detroit 3, Rivian took its R1T electric pickup out to the desert to test it. Not just any flat piece of desert, however. It took the R1T to the Davis Dam Grade, a section of road the Society of Automotive Engineers uses to get its standardized tow ratings. It's a pretty steep climb, with the road ascending 2,950 feet over 18 kilometers. A tough test for any vehicle. Rivian was able to tow a load of 11,000 pounds up the grade in temperatures up to 118 degrees Fahrenheit, or 48 Celsius, and well above the 65 kilometers an hour according to the brand. The SAE only stipulates the test be done at an ambient temp of 38 Celsius and a maximum speed of 48 miles per hour. As one would expect, however, towing that weight comes at an efficiency cost. Rivian says the range of the R1T will drop by about 50% if towing at full capacity, which would give it only 200 miles or 321 kilometers of travel instead of its maximum 400, or 643 kilometers. To combat the reduced range, Rivian plans to offer add-on battery packs that sit below a false floor in the bed, and to compensate by building DC fast charging stations. Expect the Rivian R1T to arrive sometime in the summer of 2021. Lastly, VW's new ID.4. The 2021 ID.4 will be available in Canada next summer and will come in rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive versions, the latter of which boasts 302 horsepower and a 0 to 100 km/h time of under 6 seconds. The rear-wheel drive model has 201 horsepower and a 0 to 100 km/h time of just under 8 seconds. In terms of trims, there are two, standard and the so-called statement package, which adds things like massage and memory leatherette front seats, panoramic glass roof, a power tailgate, and 20-inch alloy wheels. The battery is an 82 kWh lithium-ion pack with 77 kWh usable and will allow for DC or fast charging up to 125 kilowatts. According to VW Canada, that translates to a 38-minute charge time from 5% to 80%. And we know that ID.4 customers in Canada will also get free charging at all Electrify Canada stations for at least 2 years. Canadian models will feature a heat pump, which will draw heat from outside the cabin to inside the cabin, thus taking some of the vehicle's heating system off the battery pack. Other standard Canadian spec features include heated windshield, heated steering wheel, heated front seats, and preheating. Inside, the dash is minimalist with a 5.3-inch standard display screen and a big 12-inch optional one. Rear cargo space is 858 liters with the rear seats up, 1,818 with the seats folded down. Full Canadian charge range and price have not been released, but in the US we're looking at just over 400 kilometers of range with the price starting at $40,000 USD. So there's your top stories for the week. I'm Alex Reed for Driving.ca. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check the description below for links to the full stories on Driving.ca.